Hey guys, good morning. I just got home from dialysis, and yes, I'm in PJ, so excuse me. Um, I want to give my opinion on all of the Puffy stuff. I know I haven't spoken about this case since it's been going on, but I've just been observing, and there are some horrible people on the internet. So let me give my opinion, and it's probably very unpopular, but I think that he's a disgusting, completely immoral person. Um, I think that Cassie was not a victim, and neither was Jane Doe. They were not victims. They chose to do these things. They participated 100%. And everyone participated for money, for proximity to power, and because, in my opinion, they found pleasure in this weird, depraved behavior. So, people were running around saying that Sean Combs was sleeping with men. Every single one of those males that were in court that were paid said they never had those type of relations with him, that he was a voyeur. He watched, he didn't participate. And it was proven in court that Cassie had friendships with some of these people, or at least one for sure, and so did the other one. um, Jane Doe. Jane Doe was in, um, where they gamble, Las Vegas, and there was a high profile, very famous rapper and his wife. They were all at a party and they were watching a male with a female doing their thing. So there are lots of voyeurs practicing voyeurism. They weren't watching without permission. These women participated to please the man that they thought they loved and cared about. So he's been arrested and jailed for depravity. But you can't do that. You can't arrest someone because they have, you know, sex preferences, because, they're looking at someone else while they're having relations. I mean, that's basically, in my opinion, what he was put in jail for, because he's a freak. There have been no children brought forth, and there were rumors swirling that he was messing with kids. Not one child has been brought forth. Where are all of the women that were said to have been abused by him? Only two showed up. And yes, what he did to Cassie in that hotel when he beat her down like a dog, y'all, it burned me up. It did. But that is different than what they accused him of, racketeering and all kinds of stuff. He didn't participate in that stuff, what they're charging him with. And now they're refusing to give him bond. And I mean, I think that's wrong too. And there's this podcaster, YouTuber named Tisa Tells. She actually shouted me out to some of her subscribers maybe 3 years ago, and tried to help me get people to subscribe to my channel. And I appreciated that, and I loved her channel. But over the past year, I've noticed that every time there's a man accused of something, she goes hard against that man. And doesn't give them the benefit of the doubt. She was pushing these rumors about Sean Combs, um, things that have been proven not to be so in court. And I I watched her speak about his complaints of being fed maggots in prison, and she laughed. How is that funny? How? That is cruel and unusual punishment. That is horrible behavior, to laugh at someone like that. And I don't know Sean Combs. I don't like, his persona. I would never be a woman to look twice at him. But we can't just throw people away because we don't like them. We can't just throw people away because something about them is off. Like, she said so many things that, in my opinion, were blatant lies. And people like that have influence, and they can persuade the outcomes. And so we have to be careful with what we say. Now, what they should have charged him with was the domestic situation where he put hands on Cassie. That's what he should have been charged with and arrested with, in my opinion. I'm not law enforcement, of course. But what they charged him with, that's why he was found not guilty on the biggest, most serious charges. Clearly, he didn't hire anyone. He didn't pay anyone. He didn't book flights. So what he's charged with doesn't fly either. He participated by viewing them together. And I don't think that's a crime if you have permission to view them. So I don't understand why he's still in there. And let me tell you guys something. If they can throw that man who has money to defend himself in jail for this long with no bond and no real evidence against him, imagine what they could do to a regular person off the street if they want to. And I've heard professional people speak, like, in law, like lawyers and other people. I've watched lots of interviews where people say, if he gets convicted of this Mann Act, they're going to use it on regular schmegular everyday Joes after that. So be prepared. What you wish for someone else could be visited upon you. So let's hope that justice is served. Justice, not whether we don't like someone. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments.